September 5th, 2022, Halfcast 344, episode 344, let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Teen dad jailed for murder after admitting he left his 14-month-old in hot car on purpose. To leave your own child in a sweltering vehicle to die slowly while you went about your daily activities without even the slightest of afterthought is especially malicious, sinister, it's heartless. A teen dad is facing murder and other charges after admitting to police that he purposely left his 14-month-old son in a hot car for hours so he could get some peace and quiet in his apartment while the baby's mother was at work. Peace and quiet. How many of you think he wasn't doing shit else? That he couldn't watch that baby for a few hours until the mother came home. Watch that woman work all day while you sit on your ass. Can't even watch your kid for a few hours. Sick, sad, and sorry. Landon Parrott, 19, was charged with murder, 2 counts of endangering children, and involuntary manslaughter, and was being held on $250,000 bond in Tuscarawas County Jail. Police in New Delphia, Ohio, said the incident unfolded last Thursday when Parrott brought the unresponsive 1-year-old to the Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital ER. The story: he fed hospital staff that he had gone inside on a brief bathroom break and then come out to find his child unresponsive, quickly fell apart. There's various stages leading up to heat exhaustion, dehydration, heat stroke. Not like he claimed it was an incident, it's a chain of events. Hospital staff noted that his account did not match the baby's symptoms and called police. During the initial investigation, the detectives found inconsistent information being given by the father. Chief Michael Goodwin said in a statement, as the investigation continued, the evidence was collected. The father was confronted with the new information and confessed to detectives what had happened to his son. What's disgusting is that he only confessed because his story didn't match up. Otherwise, he would have been perfectly fine with lying to the mother of the child and everyone else like it was a freak accident. The new information came in the form of surveillance video from across the street, reported WJW-TV. That footage showed Parrott leaving the child alone while his mother was at work. It showed Parrott with the baby at about 8:30 a.m. and then not again until 1:50 p.m. That's about 6.5 hours. The child passed away after being left in the car unattended for approximately 5 hours. It was longer than that, with an outside temperature of 87 degrees, Goodwin said. If the outside temperature is 87 degrees, then inside the car is well over 100 and climbing throughout the day. We're talking slight discomfort dialing all the way up to agony. During the interview, it appears that this was not a matter of forgetting the child, but was a deliberate act so as the child would not be a disturbance while in the house. Further, police said Parrott confessed that he knew of the dangers of hot cars and had even seen news reports about children dying from being left. That's when I would have gently placed my badge on the desk and proceeded to put his head through every hard surface in the building. I had a good run. This sounds like premeditated murder. He knew what he wanted to do and he knew how to do it. We estimate that would have made the interior of the car about 130 degrees, and this child was in there strapped into a seat with no fluids, no air conditioning, nothing. Detective Captain Ty Norris told WJW, heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see this unfold before your eyes. Next up. Claim that canned whipped cream is now illegal in New York State is no laughing matter for retailers. It's hilarious for me. It's also false. People find a way to get high off of anything. Bath salts are meant to wash your ass. Whipped cream is meant for sex. You start repurposing shit, then you're doing too much. This is why we can't have nice things. It has been claimed online and elsewhere of late that a New York law that aims to crack down on nitrous oxide abuse also makes it illegal for anyone under age 21 to purchase a can of whipped cream. That's not accurate. Here's the facts. The state law doesn't apply to store-bought disposable whipped cream cans, meaning customers of any age can still legally purchase canned whipped cream in New York stores without having to show identification. Social media users, news outlets, and operators of grocery and convenience stores have in recent days misinterpreted a year-old New York law aimed at cracking down on recreational use of the gas nitrous oxide. Commonly called laughing gas, nitrous oxide is used as a sedative in some medical situations and can also be used as a whipping agent for culinary purposes. However, the gas is also often inhaled from metal cartridges, so-called whippets, to induce a euphoric effect despite serious health risks. I would love to know who was patient zero that found out how to get their hands on this stuff outside of the dental office. The New York law, which went into effect in November, attempted to make it harder for minors to access such cartridges by prohibiting New York businesses from selling the small gas-containing metal capsules to anyone under 21, but language in the bill describing the cartridges as whipped cream chargers led to widespread confusion. New York recently passed a state law that prohibits anyone under the age 21 to purchase a can of whipped cream, wrote one popular Twitter account. The post linked to a news article making the same claim and was shared nearly 5,000 times. The story got legs and nobody fact-checked. Everybody just ran with it. Somewhere some poor couple's love life was on the rocks thanks to this whipped cream debacle. The claim was further spread through headlines and stories in dozens of news outlets as some grocery store operators recently began enforcing what they believed was language that required them to ask for identification before selling whipped cream canisters such as Ready Whip to customers. The law doesn't apply to these type of canisters, Senator Joseph Adabo, the Democrat who sponsored the bill, confirmed to the AP, Associated Press. Anyone can buy, without being carded or ID'd, a can of Ready Whip or any other canister of whipped cream, Adabo told the AP. What a minor can't buy is the 2-inch whipped cream charger or cartridge that is filled with nitrous oxide. Oh, let's not miss the fact that lawmakers could have made this a little bit more understandable, especially to the people on the front lines, the store owners who are tasked with enforcing this law. The bill amends New York general business law and adds a new section that defines the term whipped cream charger as a steel cylinder or cartridge filled with nitrous oxide that is commonly used in a whipped cream dispenser. That's what you should have led with. How many people do you think refused to be carded because they had absolutely no intention on using that Ready Whip on waffles or pancakes? Reusable whipped cream dispensers like the ones found in restaurants or coffee shops are powered by such metal cartridges, but those chargers are not found inside the disposable whipped cream cans that are sold in most grocery stores. Disposable whipped cream cans contain a combination of cream and nitrous oxide that's expelled under pressure through the bottle's nozzle. Next up, defendant in firearms case tries to run out of the courtroom. Smooth move. No, can I please step out and make a phone call? No, can I step out and use the bathroom? Just running straight for daylight. No fake left, go right, no nothing. A Flowertown man was taken into custody by sheriff's deputies Friday morning after attempting to flee a courtroom when his bail was revoked. James Catalfano, 38, was before Common Pleas Court Judge George Pagano for a status conference on charges of firearms not be carried without a license and summary traffic violations, according to court records. Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state, so I had to look up exactly the role of a Common Pleas Court. A Common Pleas Court has legal authority over adult felony criminal cases, bigger civil cases, and all other cases not handled by another more specialized court. The Common Pleas Court also has authority to hear appeals from decisions of municipal and county courts, as well as state and local administrative agencies. The jurisdiction of municipal, county, and mayor's courts is regulated by statute, but the Common Pleas Court has county-wide jurisdiction. We learning tonight, kids. Catalfano was representing himself, the man who represents himself as a fool for an attorney. But defense attorney Kevin O'Neill was on a phone line as backup counsel. Pagano produced an email that he said his chambers had received from Catalfano's email address. This you? The email was an image of President Joe Biden with the text, "How about you turn in your guns?" Pagano said. And at no point you didn't think that was going to weigh in on the judge's decision to not send your dumb ass to jail? Below that is a picture of a bear holding his crotch. Pagano said, adding that there was explicit request also in a text. Did I read that correctly? He asked Catalfano. No wonder he tried to bolt for the door like Scooby-Doo in a haunted house. Catalfano, who had been free on $10,000 bail since January, denied having sent the email. It was you, buddy, and argued it may have been sent by someone else or sent to the judge accidentally. This was a move that was so bold and blatantly disrespectful, you would have no other choice but to stand on what you did. Pagano nonetheless said he was revoking bail, causing Catalfano to bolt for the door. What did he think was going to happen? He disrespected a judge. He was immediately caught by deputies, but could be heard loudly denying he had sent the email. This is not right, he said. This is wrong. Stop moving, one deputy said loudly. This is the first time I've had this experience in 24 years, Pagano said. The judge ordered psychiatric and psychological evaluations as well as a drug and alcohol evaluation. Definitely test that man to see if he's on whipped cream cartridges. Pagano set the next hearing date for September 23rd, but told O'Neill he would provide a bail hearing for Catalfano before that date if he wanted one. O'Neill indicated he would try to set up a video conference with Catalfano sometime next week. The case is being prosecuted by Assistant District Attorney Michael Flowers. How much you want to bet that judge showed his whole office that email and they all laughed their asses off before he said, yeah, I'm going to nail him for this. He's done. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.